Kia ora everybody, this is Leonard for the Ultimate Growth Experience podcast. So today I'd like to give you guys a quick tip, particularly for those who are really getting into the habit of self-improvement, whether if it's reading books or meditating or hitting the gym or going to network events or improving your career prospects or improving your health or your diet, etc. There's something that I observed in myself, but also a lot of other guys that I think they tend to struggle with. That includes me too. That is, we get into a lot of YouTube channels that are into self-improvement. For example, Alpha M, or people like Improvement Pill, or even people like Elijah Long, or people like Far From Average or Masculine Man, etc. We tend to get into the habit of, oh crap, I'm just gonna subscribe to all of these guys, 1% better, etc. I'm just gonna watch all of them and just follow random ones. And my answer to you is simply, don't do that. Do not try and watch every single one, because that would just make you into a procrastinating machine. And I've been doing this in the last couple of years also. Now, I've improved a lot in terms of my social skills. I developed my CV. I've been going on internships. I've been hitting the gym hardcore the last 2 years. I've been getting into intermittent fasting, as you've seen in my videos previously as well. And obviously my podcast, which is going quite good in my perspective. But I've noticed that I tend to get into the habit of just observing so many YouTube channels that I can't even know how to start. So my tip for you guys is simply this. Stick to one YouTuber. Stick to one YouTuber. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Alpha M or any of the female self-improvement people and the likes of, Mel Robbins, or even people like Lois House, or business people like Tom Bayu or Gary Vaynerchuk or people like that. Just follow one person and try to stick to one of them. You don't need to follow every single one of them. You can watch, let's say, smidgets, one or two videos randomly, occasionally, but I think that if you want to really make a maximal difference to your own life, I think you really should focus on one person and the one role model that you think emulates with you the best. Now, for me, that is Lois House. I watch his podcasts all the time, but I've observed myself in the sense that I tend to get distracted and I listen to so many different people that I don't even know how to even begin. And so you need to stick with one person and follow his methods or her methods. If you're a female watching the show, like seriously, there's so many role models you can follow. Mel Robbins is one, Michelle Obama. I mean, Hillary Clinton may not be the best example, but follow the role models that you love and aspire to be like them, and really, really focus on what you could do to become like them in the next 10 years or 15 years. Copy the habits, copy the way that they do things, copy the networking things that they've done. Hillary Clinton has known so many, leaders in the past. She's a good friend of Henry Kissinger, one of the most successful secretaries of state in the United States history in terms of the modern era. And that's the point, guys. You need to focus on one key individual that you think emulates with you the best. And I think that is the way forward, because if you start getting distracted all the time, then how are you going to become like them? The main point in my podcast and my videos is to show you guys that you need to try and become the best versions of yourselves. I talked to my good friend today at the gym and he said, "Oh, I envy you." And I told him, no, you become the best version of yourself. There's no point in envying other people and being jealous. You can admire them and respect them, but if you really like them, just copy them. Copy the successful people that you know that will get you where you want to go to. And the fact is, you stick to one, because if you tend to diversify and open it up too much, you can't really start. You start by copying or emulating one person and then finding your own pathway. That's my tip for tonight. Have a good evening, guys. And last and finally, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.